Have you ever heard or listened to those individuals that claim to be the originators of an idea, of a novel idea, or a good concept? Remember when people used to say, "Oh, I thought about Uber before Uber was Uber. I thought about the fact that there should be an application on the internet that should allow people to ride share with taxis." Yeah, a novel idea. But the difficulty that I've encountered with a lot of entrepreneurs is there's a big gap between what they want, what they say, and then what they do. I have found it to be extremely disturbing how many people come up with really good ideas and never even start to execute. It's as if they are pleasured by the sound of their own words, so much so that they just continue to talk and talk and talk and yap ideas without contributing to the creation of those ideas and the materialization of those ideas into reality, which comes through effort and through dedication. Now, this effort and dedication has two specific ingredients that have to be mastered in order to be able to take action effectively to accomplish the execution of that idea. The first one is speed. We talk about it because ideas are only good in the vacuum and time in which that idea is relevant. For example, if I was to sell e-commerce products, there was a time, right, where selling face masks or selling hand sanitizers would have made you extremely rich. In fact, many of you guys know that I know individuals that made massive amounts of money riding these trends. Why? Because they are time sensitive. Time sensitive means that you need to move with speed. Now, speed doesn't mean you just move recklessly and you just begin to act, because there is a second ingredient which very few people take into account, which is excellence. Speed with messiness results in chaos, but speed with excellence results in mastery. In my opinion, I have come to realize that they are both important, but how you do one thing is how you do everything. And the excellence part is really good. That's why there's market winners, and then most of businesses end up flopping and being market losers or having a very short lifespan, which is why. Because they're not excellent products. They may be fast, right, at market, but if you're not excellent and quick in your decision-making process and in your rollout of product, then you're not going to survive. It's important because the idea, right, or the mental kind of stimulation that you receive from coming up with an idea is good. But your ideas aren't going to feed you. What's going to feed you is the execution of these ideas with speed and excellence combined, concocting, right, the perfect recipe for achieving or reaching a variation of that desired idea. And many times you'll come to realize, one, that idea wasn't that good. Two, that idea was, half developed, not really thought out well. Three, that it's just not viable. Four, that maybe you're not really interested. Or five, that it may require more time, energy, resources, and attention than you're willing to dedicate. That's why when people bring projects to me, and I get projects every single day thrown at my table, my direction and opportunity, the first thing that I want to consider is, am I able to do this with excellence? And am I able to do this with speed? And is it going to cost a lot of time, energy, and attention? And do I have time, energy, and attention to dedicate to this idea? If the answer is no, then I don't even entertain the idea. I'll write it down, and if I ever have time ever, then I'll consider it. But you need to understand that in your game of life, you only get one run. So the choices that you make need to be fucking good, and you need to make the right ones, right? You need to make the right ones. So that's the data set for today. It's extremely important. Don't get lost in the nonsense. Don't get lost in acting extremely quickly without thinking, but also don't get lost in observing so much so that you don't capitalize on what business is all about, which is executing with speed and efficiency and excellence on a product or service that you can bring to the market that will yield you profit. That's the name of the game. And unless you understand these principles and these nuances, you'll always continue coming up with being the genius in the room with the great ideas, but the empty bank account. Because like I said from the beginning, there's a big chasm, a big gap between ideas and reality, and it's all bridged through action, fueled with speed and excellence. Have a wonderful day, guys. Walk with truth, walk with power. Luke Belmar out.